Hello everyone, my name is Takreva, and this is Europa Universalis 4, and this is the start of a new Let's Play, and this is going to be a very special one. This particular Let's Play is not going to be just me, this is going to be a succession campaign, which is the basic idea is I start playing as a nation, the nation, which one we'll see in a bit, and when we die, when our leader dies, our king goes to wherever, then I save the game. It's the end of my play session, and the save game will go to someone else. And in this case, it's going to be someone I've played with before. I've played Civilization with him. I regularly do multiplayer stuff on his Twitch streams as well, and he goes by the name of Briarstone, and he likes EU4 a lot. He's last I remember he was trying a lot to get Albania done, which as someone who hasn't played as much EU4 is quite hard to do, and he actually managed to get to some point at sometime, but then again, it's not easy to do, but he likes a challenge. So for this one, we're going to do a campaign as Bohemia, and we're going to call this probably the Bohemian Rhapsody succession campaign. So yeah, so whenever our king dies, the game gets saved, it will move over to the other player, and so when Briar is playing and his king dies, of Bohemia obviously, then I get the save game back and I play again. So the episodes will alternate on our channels in the sense that my play sessions will be on my channel and his play session will be on his channel. And there will of course be playlists as well. And a lot of this you've probably already heard in our announcement video that I hope to be making, because I haven't told him that I want to make an announcement video yet about this, which you should have already seen come out before, saying that we're going to do this. Regardless, so Bohemia is going to be the nation we play as, and it starts in an interregnum, but within a year or 2 or 3 you get your first king, and from there on out it's going to go that way. When we hit a regency council, instead of then switching and then switching back again when the king is alive once more, we're just going to finish the regency council until the young king actually ascends the throne, because it's a little bit unfair to give someone just a regency council to play, and because you cannot do a lot of the most interesting stuff in the game, which means war, when you are in a regency council. And if for some unforeseen reason our king dies within the first 10 minutes of our first episode, that's going to be a mulligan, because that's a little bit unfair as well. I mean, we do want to play a little bit beyond just 10 minutes, basically, before we have to swap the save game over again. Anyway, let's get into Bohemia. Let's talk about the nation. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 provinces to start with. We also have a vassal in the form of Silesia, which has 3 provinces as well. They have very high liberty desire at the moment though, but I think that's going to go down once we're in there. We also have a truce with Hungary because of a war with Hungary, and this is the end of the crusade against the Ottomans. I think the truce has to do with the fact that the Hungarian king was also our king, and he died fighting the Ottomans. Yeah, the king of Hungary and Poland, Vladislav III, and he was killed at the Battle of Varna, basically right before the game starts. So Poland, yeah, all 3 here start in an interregnum because we are in between kings. Yeah. Bohemian ideas, we start off with advisor cost minus 10% and imperial authority increase plus 10%, and when we finish all of our ideas we get land leader fire plus 1, which is pretty good end game, but early game you don't need fire at all, you want shock. And My personal goal, especially looking at the Imperial Authority increase, is to become the Emperor of the HRE. That is my goal. I don't know if Briar will have his own goal, if he wants to share the same goal. That's up to him, of course, because we're basically going to play different kings, and different kings have different ambitions in the game. And, well, that's my main goal, is to become the Emperor, and my side goal is to colonize the New World, because it would just be hilarious to see the Bohemians, the Czechs, basically go over to the New World and set up colonies there. That would be hilarious. We're playing on the 1.17 patch. I haven't played in a couple of months, so this will be very interesting. Hopefully it's much like riding a bike, and that after a few minutes I'll get back into it. Anyway, the Compacta of Prague. Tolerance of heretics. So basically, if we're Catholic or Protestant, we really don't mind the other one. They're pretty happy, and the nation is elective monarchy. For too long, the fractious nobility of Bohemia have been a huge impediment to royal authority. From now on, we will ensure that every new monarch has the full support of the nobles prior to his or her coronation. So, more legitimacy. Legitimacy actually pretty useful. Wagenburg, plus 10% infantry combat ability, pretty decent all round. -1 national unrest from the Ladder of Majesty. Hussite legacy, minus 10% tech cost. That is always really good to have, that tech cost reduction. The Kutnohorian deal, stability cost down. Don't use it that often, but... And Czech nationalism, hostile core creation on us, plus 50%. It's more of a multiplayer thing, I feel, because the AI also doesn't like it to take very expensive cores, but basically hostile core creation really dissuades other players from taking your land because it's more expensive. But yeah, but it's still there. It's okay. It's not great. We start, of course, 333, Western Tech. We are a kingdom. We're actually the only kingdom within the HRE. Everyone else is a duchy or a free city or in bishopric. That's basically everything in the HRE. The Bohemia is the only exception in that kingdom. Even Austria is not a duchy. They're an archduchy. That's something different, but their government rank is still duchy. Fun things to try, at least in the early game, is maybe to force Venice and the Pope to become part of the HRE as well, so Italy stays in the HRE. That would be a nice thing, but we have to do that before 1490, which is rough. Especially, we're not bordering them, so that's especially rough for us. Anyway, let's get in it. It will be played on a normal mode, because with transferring the save files between two people, it's going to be rough to actually, yeah, do an Iron Man campaign, because the game doesn't like that, and you cannot load then, and it would instantly cancel out the Iron Man as well. Anyway, so we have 3 diplomats. Let's actually look at our nation. Diplomacy. We have enemies Denmark, Hungary, in Teutonic order. This is good. Austria has not rivaled us, which means we can become friendly with them. Doesn't mean we can instantly ally them, but they will not hate us for the time being, which is really good. And I'm going to improve relations with Austria, because I want to keep them friendly at minimum until we at least become the emperor ourselves, because until that point we won't have a very big army. Hungary hates us. We are their rival, as is Aragon, as is Venice. Venice, wow. Austria instantly goes for Lithuania, Ottomans, and France. Very interesting choices. So, Brandenburg does not hate us right now. Teutonic Order does rival us, but they also rival Poland, which is actually really useful. Allows me to get an alliance with Poland early on. And I really wouldn't mind getting that, actually. Because Poland is not in the H3, but still makes them a really powerful ally to have. I'm going to ally Poland. And Denmark, it said, also hates us. For some reason, Denmark has rivaled us. Interesting choice as well. Bavaria has not. Why can't I do that? Oh, I can only send one alliance off for a day. All my neighbors seem to be wanting to ally right now, but we do want to think about expansion. Now, of course, this is the H3. I'm going to probably vote for myself when I can. I cannot do that right now because of the interregnum. Because we don't have an actual king that can become emperor. So for now, we're voting for Austria, and I'm okay with that right now. See, everyone's at minus 1,141 because they rank us at minus 1,000 simply for the reason that not eligible to be the emperor. So we have... I'm going to ally Poland. We're improving relations with Austria. We should also improve relations with at minimum 3 of the electors to become the emperor. And I think Trier would be a decent start to do this. So I'm going to improve relations with Trier. Okay, so that's that. And I do need to set a couple of rivals. Well, these are my possible rivals. We're definitely going to rival Hungary because they have rivaled us. They are stronger currently, but at least Austria does not start with... Yeah, okay, I cannot rival Hungary yet. Because they might ally Austria and then we're in problems. So I can easily rival the Teutonic Order though. And might as well rival Denmark. Then again, I don't want to rival one of the electors right now. And Bavaria is not a rival elector though. And they have rivaled Saxony, the Palatinate, and Augsburg. They have rivaled Nuremberg, Alsace, Bavaria. Saxony is hated by both Bavaria... Well, Brandenburg and Saxony hate each other. Bavaria hates Saxony. Brandenburg hates Saxony. And I feel Saxony would actually be a really interesting part to add to our nation. So I'm going to rival them. There we go. And I'm going to leave the last rival open for now. We have plenty of balance left to get more army with. We do start with a gold mine, which is going to increase inflation quite heavily. But having a gold mine is still pretty good for money. Let's see. We actually can go up to a force limit of 17. We have 9-3, so I'm going to build 1 unit of cavalry and 4 units of infantry. This way we get a good flanking position, and that 2 cavalries on both sides of the army will be able to flank, and infantry just because we can have the infantry. They want us to improve relations with Würzburg or the Pope. I would like to do it with the Pope. Then again, improving our prestige also pretty good. I'm gonna select a mission once this guy is back. We can hire advisors, and that's not very interesting. Diplo reputation. Yeah, we're gonna need the reputation in the long run. And here we have discipline. They are 10% cheaper for us, so they start off at 0.9 a month, which is really good. I'm gonna get the diplomat guy just so I get more military power. And we're making enough money, so I should just get a +1 and everything. Diplo reputation will make people like us more, which currently in the early game might be very useful. I'll also get the stability person, and I'm going to focus on administrative because I want to get to our first idea group as fast as possible. Which one I want to get, I don't know just yet. There's some disputed succession going around. Poland accepted our offer to enter a military alliance. So we have rivaled Saxony. They are allied with Brunswick and Magdeburg. Austria has no allies yet. They will not ally us just yet. I hope they just don't ally Hungary too soon. This is also why I'm improving relations with Austria. So because of this, I do need to get one of the missions. So either Würzburg to 100. So this is Würzburg. They are actually pretty reasonably easy target for us to get some early land though. So I'd much rather get the solidified papal relations. Also again, humiliate against Teutonic Order and Saxony. Well, let's just get started improving relations with the Pope then. And I do have a rivalry left. Yeah, well, I want to rival Denmark or Hungary. Hungary is because of the alliance possibility with Austria. I don't want to force that. And Denmark is just too far away to have an impact right now. They hate us already. Oh, Poland is already at 75. That is good. So I'm going to need to keep an eye on the alliances. There, see? They already allied Hungary, and this is the problem. If I rival Hungary, Austria will already hate me more because we are suddenly... Well, they are our rivals, so they will hate us for that. Silesia wants a marriage. I'm very happy to get one with you. So right now, just training up our armies. We can go to speed 3 easily. And we're still making money, so I'm happy with that. So I cannot rival Hungary without issue right now. And I don't want to rival... Well, it could rival the Palatinate. Then again, they are quite small. They have... Oh, we cannot. They have allied Austria. Aragon, England, Hungary. So let's see, who else? They only allied Hungary. Wow. Brandenburg wants an alliance. You know, for now, I can do that. We need a Galleon, which means that Poland is the leader now of a union over Lithuania, which is really good. So, oh, wow. Huh. When we currently die, which cannot happen because it's an interregnum, there would be a succession war between Poland and Saxony. So our main rival as well as our main ally. At least Poland and Austria are not at each other's throat. And we are getting pure relations now with Austria, which is fine. See, they're already minus 20 because of alliances. Doesn't say anything about the rivalry. So if we rival Hungary, they will like us less. I think that is what's going to happen. Yeah, this is nothing to worry about. There will most likely be an event. Best guess. Most likely be an event that will give us our first real ruler. Yeah, penalty to power projection. Wow, minus 2. Yeah, I do need my last rival really to get that power projection going. We just allied Brandenburg. You hate who? Augsburg, Palatinate, Saxony. Alsace, Nuremberg, Bavaria. Yeah, Würzburg would be the easiest target of the 3, probably. I'm going to rival the Palatinate then. Nope, cannot do that. They allied Austria. Bavaria it is. Because right now I have the alliance with Brandenburgs, and Bavaria is not an elector. Yes, we get the humiliate. This is good. So I can stop the improvement with Trier for the time being. And just get some... They have nothing really interesting going on, so I'm just going to build a spy network. It takes a little bit, 1.39. Wow, Hungary is already... Okay. Hungary is already claiming our lands. They have only allied Austria right now. So if they do attack us, if we get high enough relations with Austria, Austria will be like, no thank you. Also, Hungary is not a member of the HRE, so they will be like, hang on a minute. We're not going to allow this, probably. I think I'm not sure which one takes precedence, the alliance between the two or the Emperor being attacked from... Here's the event that I was waiting for. The return of the Hussites. The Hussite wars technically ended in 1434, but the country was still divided between those faithful to Rome and those still loyal to the Hussite ideals. The leader of the Hussite party was Jiří Podrad, and after various attempts of reconciliation, he decided upon a military solution. He raised an armed force in northeastern Bohemia and seized Prague with little resistance. Civil war broke out though, as those faithful to Rome fought him, but eventually the Hussites won. What shall we do? So we lose 100 papal influence. We get a strong ruler, a 532, which is really good. Whoa, no, yes, we want this one. Jan Hus knew the truth. It doesn't hurt our relations with the Pope, it just removes our current influence with the Pope. So now we actually have a king. Our king is 19 years old. Poland declared war upon the Teutonic Order. That did not take long. And they are my rivals, so he could call me in, technically. Not that I would really want to go to war this early, but... Anyway, we're now gaining 11 points every month for administration, which is also really good. Currently, if the king of... Wow. The current king of Poland dies, Poland-Lithuania, my dynasty would get on the throne. Anyway, when we die, God judges immediately and decides a soul's fate until it awaits the last judgment. A monk has started a doctrinal dispute that verges on the edge of heresy, when he claimed that there was no purgatory and saying prayers for the dead would not assist their passage into heaven. These disputes are threatening the very unity of our church. So, gain... Reform... Yeah, no, let's gain even more reform desire. So we've already progressed the race to Catholicism by 4%. Out of these 7, we've done 4%, by the way. Pretty good. Anyway, this will be the end of this first episode of the Bohemian Rhapsody campaign. Succession, thingamajig with Briarstone. It will be a while before we get to see his first episode, I suppose. At least unless Jiri decides to die next year. I want to thank you all for watching. Make sure to like this video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to the channels. If you want to keep up to date in the future, there will be a link to Briar's channel in the description as well. And there will be a playlist link that will get you all the episodes in a row. Whenever they come out, they will be added, and then you can check there and just go through the entire campaign for both our views as well. Regardless of that, I'll see you guys later.